Welcome to It's Not Just Menopause, the podcast that empowers you to navigate midlife with confidence through real talk, root cause insights, and no BS strategies that actually work. If you're dealing with fatigue, stubborn weight, brain fog, or just feeling off and overlooked, this show is for you. Discover what's really going on with your hormones and why it's not just about estrogen. Each episode breaks down what your doctor didn't explain, the internet got wrong, and what your body's been trying to tell you all along. From stress and metabolism to nervous system support and functional nutrition, we'll cover the tools that help you feel more like yourself, again, without restrictive diets, overwhelming plans, or hormone hype. I'm your host, Cindi, functional nutrition practitioner and certified menopause specialist. I'm here to guide you through the midlife noise so you can stop guessing, get the clarity you deserve, and finally take back control of your health. If you've ever felt dismissed, overwhelmed, or like your body just isn't responding the way it used to, you're in the right place. Let's rewrite the menopause story without the fluff. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of It's Not Just Menopause, the podcast where we stop settling for surface level advice and finally talk about what's actually happening in your body during this stage of life. So if you've ever felt like you can't seem to hold on to progress, like every time you start feeling better, something sends you right back to square one, then this episode is going to hit home. Because here's the hard truth. Most of what's marketed to women in menopause was never designed to last. You've probably tried at least one of these. The detox that promised quick weight loss. The supplement stack that was supposed to balance everything overnight. So there's no magic pill, okay? Or the 30-day challenge that made you feel good for about 2 weeks. And then you're back to fatigue, bloating, cravings, mood swings, and wondering what's wrong with you. But nothing's wrong with you. The approach is wrong. So today I'm breaking down the only way results actually last in menopause, not for the month, not until your next stressful season, but long term, because your body finally feels safe and supported enough to sustain the change. Okay, it needs to feel safe enough. So, you know the cycle, and I call it the menopause roller coaster. You start strong, you're motivated, you're following the plan, you're tracking your meals, your workouts, your steps. Then a few weeks later, real life shows up. A work deadline hits, someone gets sick, sleep falls apart, stress creeps in, and suddenly everything feels harder, right? The scale stalls, your energy drops, and that initial motivation fades. You start to question yourself. Why can't I stay consistent? Or what's wrong with my metabolism? And the truth, your body is doing exactly what it's designed to do. And I've talked about this in a lot of other episodes. When stress goes up, whether it's physical stress from overtraining or emotional stress from a packed schedule, your body shifts into protection mode. It's not punishing you, it's protecting you. The problem is that the diet culture mentality has trained women to respond to that stall by pushing harder. Cut more calories, add another workout, skip rest days. But that sends your stress hormones even higher, which makes your metabolism slow down even more. Your body doesn't care about your macros, it cares about safety. It will care about macros once your body is safe. But right now we're looking for safety. And until you address the reason your system feels unsafe, you'll keep riding that same roller coaster. Before we get back to today's episode, I've got a quick question for you. Feel like your body's in chaos, but your labs are normal? You're not crazy, you're not broken, and you're definitely not alone. If you've been told it's just menopause or to wait it out, it's time for real answers. Take my free quiz, What's Really Driving Your Menopause Symptoms. In under 2 minutes, you'll uncover your top hidden stressor and get my free guide, The Menopause Stress Fix, sent straight to your inbox. Head to cindystickle.com/quiz or click the link in the show notes. If you're doing everything right, but still feel like a mess, this quiz is your next step. All right, let's get back to today's episode. Here's what sustainable change actually looks like and why most women never experience it. We've been taught to chase outcomes, a smaller number, a certain pant size, that 1 week of perfect eating. But real lasting results don't come from control. They come from communication. Your body isn't constantly trying to talk to you. It is trying to talk to you through the symptoms. That's where we're trying to learn how to listen to our body, because it is telling us something, but we're so used to not listening. So we don't think it's sending us anything, but it is telling us something with those symptoms, the fatigue, the cravings, the bloating, the irritability. Those aren't random annoyances, they're feedback. And that's where my 3R framework comes in. And the first R is regulate. And that means calming the nervous system so your body feels safe enough to respond. And this is a part that every other menopause program skips right over. Okay? They just try to sell you something, and then it doesn't work because they've skipped over this step. You can't rebuild metabolism or balance hormones if your body thinks you're in danger. And danger can look like running on caffeine instead of food, skipping meals to save calories, doing fasted workouts when your cortisol is already high. Fasting in menopause is the worst thing you can do. Okay? Your body gets stressed out and it sends cortisol even higher. And then sleeping 5 hours a night and calling it discipline. That is also what your body thinks is danger. So when you regulate, you're sending a different signal. One that says it's safe to let go. And that's when digestion improves, sleep deepens, and the body starts releasing inflammation and water retention. And then the second R is rebuild. This is where we restore metabolism with the right fuel, rhythms, and recovery. We increase protein and nutrients, stabilize your blood sugar, and teach the body how to trust consistent fuel again. Because if your body is not feeling safe, you can eat right and exercise right, it's not even going to pay attention to that because it thinks you're in danger, okay? So because after years of restriction, your body doesn't believe you'll feed it, okay? So that's why it holds on tight, and it doesn't accept the right nutrition, the right exercise, or anything like that. It just holds on to that belly fat. And the third R is reignite. This is the phase most programs never reach, where your body's regulated, fueled, and responsive so you can actually sustain your progress without burnout. And that's when women start saying, I finally feel like myself again. And that's not magic. It's physiology working with you instead of against you. So let's call it like it is. The wellness industry thrives on repeat business. Every detox, every 30-day challenge, every skinny new hormone-friendly diet, they all have one thing in common. They're short-term. And another thing is they don't work. They're designed to create quick results so that you'll keep coming back for those results when the results disappear and you keep going back and back and back. So obviously they're not working because you wouldn't have to go back. And the thing is, you will see something at first because anytime you restrict calories, drop carbs, or do more cardio, your body responds quickly. But it's not sustainable because it's built on stress, not stability. I can't tell you how many women I've worked with who've said that plan worked for me until it didn't. And I've been there too. I've tried so many things and all of a sudden it stopped because it wasn't the proper way to do it. And that's because those plans have never dealt with the real issue: stress physiology and hormonal communication, which is root cause, like getting to the root of why this is happening. And here's the hard truth. If your nervous system isn't regulated, it doesn't matter, like I've said before, how clean you eat, how healthy you eat, or how many supplements you take, your body won't hold the results. It thinks you're still in danger, so it shuts down digestion, it shuts down your immune system, it shuts down all the other systems, and they're not working at full capacity because it thinks you're being chased by some tiger from, thousands of years ago, when really it's current stress, but it doesn't know the difference. Okay, so it's like building a house on sand. Looks fine at first, but it won't stand. It won't stay there very long. Sustainable results come from rebuilding your foundation. Safety, nourishment, and consistency. That's the unsexy truth the industry doesn't want to tell you, because it can't be packaged into a 30-day challenge. When you stop fighting your body and start supporting it, everything changes. And it's not just about weight. It's the women who message me and say, I can finally get through the day without crashing at 3 p.m. Or the one who says, I stopped dreading food because I know what my body needs now. Or the woman who tells me that her husband noticed she's happier, calmer, more confident, even though the scale barely moved. Non-scale victories, okay? And that's what lasting results look like. Because it's not just about the physical changes, it's about the energetic shift that happens when your body finally trusts you again. You wake up without anxiety, you stop obsessing over the scale, you feel steady, clear, capable, okay? That's what I want every woman in menopause to experience. I don't care what phase of menopause you're in, peri, post, anyone over 40, okay? Results that don't disappear the second life gets stressful again, right? That's what I teach, is how to keep those results even when your life does get stressful. Okay, even when life gets crazy and chaotic. So if you've been chasing short-term results and wondering why nothing sticks, this is your sign to stop starting over. Okay, you're not inconsistent. You've just been following inconsistent advice. Like advice made for men mostly, or women in their 20s, okay? You can't build a stable result on an unstable foundation. And that's why real transformation starts inside the body, with regulation, nourishment, and nervous system safety. It's like I said before, this is what every other menopause program skips over. They don't talk about this. So if you want to find out what's really keeping your results stuck, you can take my free menopause quiz. I'll put the link in the show notes, but it's at cindystickle.com/quiz. And it takes like less than 2 minutes. And you get your result, and then you get information on how to help that. And if you're ready to create calm mornings that set the tone for the rest of your day, you can grab my free guide, The Nervous System Morning Reset. Again, I'll have the link in the show notes. And if you're ready for personal support, structure, or results that actually last, you can learn more about my coaching and the No BS Menopause Method at my website, cindystickle.com. Again, I'll have that link in the show notes. Because just remember, quick fixes fade, root cause results last, and let's make your results the kind that stick. Okay, then you won't be so frustrated. I just want to thank you for tuning in to another episode. And if this episode gave you a few light bulb moments, please share it with a friend who's tired of starting over, okay? And don't forget to follow the show and also give it a review, because the more reviews it has, more women will see it, and I want to help more women. And I will be in your headphones next week. Thank you for tuning in to It's Not Just Menopause. I hope today's episode gave you real clarity about what's actually going on in your body and reminded you that it's not just your hormones, and it's definitely not your fault. If you found value in this conversation, make sure to follow the show so you never miss an episode. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Cindy Stickle Nutrition, or head to cindystickle.com for more resources and personalized support on your menopause and midlife health journey. Until next time, keep questioning what you've been told and trust that your body is not broken. You just need the truth and the tools that actually work.